guide that is called Grow Me Inside. It has photos of problem plants along with alternative plant suggestions that are readily available at garden centers. So, for example, Mark, instead of a shrub called Japanese barberry, one could plant our native serviceberry, which has fragrant flowers in the spring and produces a berry you can eat and make preserved with. Tony Serrano says they created the guide because, they realize that invasive plants will not be coming off the shelf anytime soon.
The messaging is already quite positive. Not, don't plant this, don't do this, but here are some great plants for your garden. They're not going to disturb natural areas. They're not going to be a problem in your garden by taking over. They're beautiful, they're easy to grow, and they happen to also be good for wildlife and habitat.
So far, the project has signed up with 10 garden centers, which are actively promoting either native species or showing people what they have in the non-native but non-invasive varieties.
Now, of course, throughout most of Canada, the growing season is fairly short, so will people be putting aside aesthetic preferences for plants that are more conservation-friendly?
Well, it's true, and people want their gardens to look a certain way. They want great ground cover, colorful trees and plants as fast as possible so they can enjoy them as long as the season permits. And sometimes native Canadian varieties don't make the cut because they're not as showy or as speedy or sometimes too hard to get. But Mark, when people realize there is a problem, most of them are ready to try to address it. It's a learning curve for gardeners, but as long as they are made aware of the problem and of the potential solutions or alternatives, the hope is that invasive plant species will be kept in check and gradually disappear from Toronto gardens.
All right, Ian Francois, thank you very much for this. And I guess this will be, apparently, your last presence on the show. And so, as we face cuts and the closing of the international service, CBC Radio Canada, thank you so much for your contribution over these past years.
Well, it's been lovely working with you, Mark. All the best.
All right, thank you very much. And that is Lynn Francois Filkey reporting, I guess, for the last time from Toronto. Coming up a little bit later on the program, a sweet and succulent treat from India, which has a firm grip on Indo-Canadians. It's called the Alfonso mango. And then on our occasional series of little-known Canadian facts, the story of the scientist, the Canadian scientist, who finally explained how and why our continents are drifting. And in today's Bibliophile, Priscilla Uppel features two plays based on the life of Canadian poetic icon Gwendolyn McEwen. And let me remind you, you are listening to the Link broadcast around the world on shortwave radio, satellite radio, and through the World Radio Network and partner radio stations. And of course on CBC Radio 1, all across Canada from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., including to Margot Izzard of Victoria, British Columbia. And as you may be aware, after 67 years of describing Canadian life, politics, business, technical innovations, artists, and culture, and Canadian viewpoints to the world, Radio Canada International will be ceasing radio operations this weekend due to a budgetary decision by CBC Radio Canada. We will continue a presence on the net, and a couple of features that are planned are first giving you the chance to be a reporter for a day on any subject taking place in your area of Canada or the world, an event or situation you can report on in your community or something you discovered and would like to share. Think of answering the standard reporter's questions of who, what, where, when, and why, and then email us with your idea and your phone number so we can contact you. Another feature is to ask us a question on something you want to know about Canada, and we'll try to answer that for you. So if you want to be a reporter for a day or have your question about Canada answered, email us with your idea or question, along with your phone number, including, of course, country code if you live outside Canada, so we can contact you. Email us at thelink@rcinet.ca. And our toll-free number in Canada, 1-866-202-0145. All right, little music in the background there from Ontario's